first want to thank all the extraordinary men and women who are in uniform or who have worn our nation's uniform. We're here with a very simple premise. You've given a lot to us. It's time for us to give something to you. As these troops return home, as I've often said, they need more than a smile and a hug. They need housing, they need jobs, they need full integration back into civilian life. Securing and sustaining employment is the cornerstone of our promise back to our veterans. Looking for work can be a challenging task. We face the toughest recession of our lifetimes. You have to choose the right sector to work in, identify and find the right job training to best equip these individuals for the job market. And our returning heroes often face new and uncharted territory. But as I've often said, one thing the military teaches us is you might be someplace that looks unfamiliar with people you don't know, but we're trained to get the job done. Thankfully, Los Angeles is also home to some of the best organizations to help our veterans navigate the choices for employment. Los Angeles is also home to many companies who've made training and hiring our veterans a priority. And I really want to thank them because the employers that are here, our Chamber of Commerce, Gary Tobin I saw here as well, the partners who have made Los Angeles work and are going to make us work even more are an example to this nation, and I hope that this country is inspired by what LA is doing. But even despite these powerful assets, we still have too many veterans out of work and even at risk for homelessness. At Los Angeles City College, 40% of the veterans in school are homeless. We clearly need to do more. And that's why today we are announcing the launch of the 10,000 Strong initiative here in Los Angeles, which brings together over 100 companies in Southern California, over 40 nonprofits to collectively hire 10,000 veterans in our city by 2017. Strengthening our veterans' workforce is not just good for our veterans and our families, it's good for our city. For those companies that are not yet with us, I ask you to follow the example of these great companies. I have yet to have a company say no, because we're all patriots. We all believe in America. And given the opportunity to serve through these veterans, we all step up and do the right thing. You're going to be a part of our 10,000 Strong initiative. Nobody will be turned away. And we've committed to ensuring that at least 10% of all clients that we serve in our city's job source centers are veterans. We're one of the first cities in the country to do that. That mandate to each one of our partners out there. We're coming, we're counting. I know you can get to 10%, and think of that as a basement because we're happy if you exceed that. This is a $9 million investment. That's right. A $9 million investment over the next 5 years to make sure that vets can get jobs that pay their bills, put their kids in schools, reinvest in their communities, help them buy a house. And simultaneously, the 10,000 Strong initiative will help us better integrate and coordinate the network of over 40 organizations already providing essential services to our military community, like the state's Employment Development Department, the VA, and other nonprofit organizations. It will also help us guide the philanthropic and nonprofit and private investment sectors to make them a part of this initiative. Looking ahead, we certainly have our work cut out for us. I know that with partners like you here today, though, we will make 10,000 veteran jobs a reality by 2017 in Los Angeles. And together we will make our veterans workforce the very strongest that there exists in the nation. So thank you, veterans. Thank you for your service. Now it's time for us to serve you. I'd now like to introduce a voice of a veteran, Christina Watkins, who served in the United States Army, who used one of our city's workforce centers to access the employment resources she needed here at home. The Jewish Vocational Services, one of our providers in the workforce center system, Christina now serves other veterans by helping them prepare for the job market herself. And Christina is a success story. We're truly proud of her journey. It is a story that we hope to multiply 10,000 times. Please welcome Christina Watkins.
Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. Ooh. Hello, everyone. My name is Christina, and I'm a U.S. veteran who served in Iraq. I stand before you today employed. Right. However, my path to a job was not an easy one, and it can be similarly challenging for the thousands of unemployed veterans out there. Let me tell you a little about myself. Following my second deployment, I decided to leave the service. I worked for a while in my hometown in New York before deciding to pursue my graduate degree in Fresno. As I approached graduation, I started looking for jobs, and I got nothing, no bites. So I decided to come down here to LA, where I had stayed for a very long time sleeping on an air mattress at my aunt's, joining the thousands of veterans who fall under the couch surfing homeless category. Like many veterans, I had a lot of skills that just didn't translate well on paper. I could do a million things, but I had little experience how to tell potential employers that while I might not have the exact skill or experience they were looking for, I had the right foundational skills such that with minimal training, I could do exactly what they needed. In the military, we are taught special values and skills, including leadership, initiative, teamwork, communication, and getting the job done under often very adverse conditions. These are skills that will bring to the civilian workplace, and they will be valued by any employer. But despite having a master's degree and strong transferable skills, I couldn't even get a barista position at Starbucks. Ultimately, I went to my local EDD office where I was referred to the WorkSource Center, operated by JVS of Los Angeles. At JVS, I worked with Alex Mack, another veteran who showed me how to better translate my skills and how to sharpen my interview techniques. Alex also advocated strongly on my behalf with potential employers. I went through workshops where I learned to articulate my strengths and developed a plan to get the job I wanted. I networked and met with other job seekers. We shared information and pushed each other to do better. With Alex's help and through those experiences, I ended up acquiring the highest civilian paying job I've ever had. I now work with the Salvation Army Haven Veterans Employment Services, where I provide the same type of assistance to other veterans that was provided to me by JVS. In my current job, I help prepare veterans to stand out as highly qualified job candidates and help employers find pre-screened qualified veteran talent. I want to thank the mayor for the 10,000 Strong Hiring Initiative, as it recognizes the unique and sometimes extensive challenges faced by our veterans. It also recognizes the skills that veterans bring to the workforce. I recently saw a poster that said, "It took strength to serve, it can seem even harder to ask for help." Our military members are accustomed to getting things done and taking care of others. So it can be a challenge to reach out and admit when we aren't getting it done on our own. This initiative makes it easier for veterans to reach out, as it makes it clear that there is something to reach toward. I previously mentioned our Salvation Army and the JVS. I also want to express my appreciation to everyone here today who is part of making sure that veterans find meaningful employment. Both as a veteran and someone serving the veteran community, I thank the City of Los Angeles and the employers who have partnered with the mayor in support of the 10,000 Jobs Hiring Initiative, 10,000 Strong Hiring Initiative. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for your inspiring story. Thank you for your double, triple service.
JVS has been a great partner for us. We've partnered together on a number of events, so when we needed to find talented veterans to come into our Veteran Employment Services program, we immediately contacted JVS. They put us in touch with Christina. They had prepared her, prepped her. She was a perfect fit, perfect match for us, and it's become a positive success story for everybody.
This really is an honor for us to have you as a member of our team and to be out in the community representing us. So thank you.
JVS has been an extraordinary partner, and not only in making sure that we have training in the heart of the city, but looking at how we can improve workforce development. We've got too many people out of work. They're homeless, they're young, they're folks who have lost their jobs, and JVS has been a reliable partner, one that has done great work, and it was very proud today to hear one of their great successes and what they're doing specifically with veterans.